Hi everyone. So I'm starting this series where I'll be discussing the guidelines so that you can stay updated about what is happening in our country. Because see, when we are answering in practicals, being a resident, or जब NEET PG में we are answering any question, it is important to give the answer which is there in our own guidelines. हमारे पास और भी guidelines है, American guidelines, RCOG, but कुछ चीजें हर guideline में different होती है. So something which is different in our guidelines that we will discuss here. Today we'll discuss MTP guidelines. Very important. One of the favorite of examiners. So MTP guidelines we will discuss from the latest FOGSI Federation of Obs-Gynae Society of India 2024. So yes, these are one of the latest guidelines called as MTP up to and beyond 24 weeks. We will just discuss the various aspects one by one. हर पॉइंट के बारे में गाइडलाइन क्या कहती है, व्हाट डू दे से अबाउट ईच एस्पेक्ट्स. So we'll do that quick and fast so that we can stay updated and stay correct. Starting with, we all know about the indications. हम सब लोग indications of MTP के बारे में बहुत बार पढ़ चुके हैं. We know there are 3 groups of indications. Let's revise. एक group Indian guidelines कहती है there is a group which is less than 20 weeks. इसमें majority of women can go ahead with abortion. If there is a physical or mental disorder to the woman, if there is a pathology in the baby, if it is the pregnancy has happened because of rape or incest and contraception failure, anybody who will tell that the pregnancy has happened because of contraception failure, they are allowed for termination up till 20 weeks. दूसरा आता है 20 to 24 वीक्स का कैटेगरी. यहाँ पे when women has a physical severe physical disability as per the section of physical disability, ऐसा नहीं कोई random, no, there are specific guidelines, there are specific physical disabilities which are mentioned there. तो जब आपको ये problems है then you can have abortion. There is a financial or a mental problem there, you have got pregnant because of a emergency or a disaster, or you are a minor, or there has been a rape, or the baby has some kind of a significant problem that can lead to death later. In that case, you can go ahead with abortion at 20 to 24 weeks. और लास्ट है मोर देन 24 वीक्स. तो हमारी इंडियन गाइडलाइंस कहते हैं आप 24 वीक्स के बाद भी अबॉर्शन करा सकते हो, बट इंडिकेशन इज ओनली वन व्हेन द बेबी हैज सम मेजर फीटल एनोमली. ठीक है, ये हमें ऑलरेडी, ये पर्पस है वीडियो का. बिसाइड्स दैट, इस सब के अलावा और ये गाइडलाइन क्या क्या बताती है. So let's talk about RMPs, the registered medical practitioners. How many RMPs are needed for the abortion? For less than 20 weeks, we need permission of only one RMP. For more than 20 weeks, we need permission of two RMPs. And for more than 24 weeks, the permission of medical board is needed. Now what aspect do you have to know? मेडिकल बोर्ड में कौन कौन होना चाहिए? मेडिकल बोर्ड में होता है पीडियाट्रिशियन, देयर इज एन ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन, देयर इज अ रेडियोलॉजिस्ट, एंड there is a person of any other specialty if needed. Suppose कोई pediatric cardiac problem है, we may need a pediatric cardiologist. So we need any other specialty, उसके लिए भी space open है. But there is no lawyer, no judge involved in this medical board. ठीक, पहली चीज. दूसरा, once a request has been sent to the medical board for abortion, medical board has to give the reply, चाहे वो accept करे या reject करे. The reply has to be given within 3 days. Medical board just can't sit with that request कि बैठे आराम से they will reply. No, they have to reply to that person within 3 days. And if the medical board has agreed for abortion, then abortion has to take place within 5 days of the request. अगर मेडिकल बोर्ड ने कहा है that the abortion is allowed, then it should be done within 5 days of the request received. ठीक है, so this is the aspect that you have to. Okay, for doing the abortion beyond 24 weeks, you need 2 RMPs. परमिशन मेडिकल बोर्ड की चाहिए, बट जो प्रोसीजर है इट इज सेड दैट शुड बी डन अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ 2 RMPs. ठीक है, दिस इज अबाउट RMPs. Now let's talk about the places where MTP can be done. आप MTP कहाँ करा सकते हो? Where can you medically terminate your pregnancy? So termination of pregnancy can be done at different levels, but the gestations are decided. Let's talk about PHCs, our primary health center. PHC में up till 8 weeks तक का abortion हो सकता है. they are allowed to do abortion only up till 8 weeks. It means कोई surgical method हो सकता है, but it should be within first trimester. ठीक है. CHC में abortion up till 12 weeks is allowed. Only up till 12 weeks can be aborted in a CHC. In a district hospital, up till 20 weeks, they can go ahead with abortion. They can abort a woman up till 20 weeks, but not beyond that. In a medical college, any gestation is allowed. Up till any gestation, even beyond 24 weeks, up till any gestation, you are allowed to have the abortion. ठीक है. So PSC में up till 8 weeks, CSC में 12 weeks, district hospital में up to 20 weeks is allowed. और अगर pregnancy उसके beyond है, तो district hospital will refer this person to the medical college. All this is done in the government setup institutes. वो institutes जो government ने setup किए हैं, या फिर those private centers that are being given the permission by government, only they can go ahead with the medical termination of pregnancy. Right? अब एक चीज important है. In case of emergency, for saving the life of mother, the abortion can be done by any number of RMPs. Suppose वो 20 weeks के beyond था, आपके पास एक ही RMP है, कोई बात नहीं. Abortion can be done by any number of RMPs and it can be done anywhere. Even when it is not set up by government institute, it can be done anywhere to save the life of mother. But later, once the procedure has been done, then the doctor has to inform the authorities. वो authorities को inform करेंगे that they have done such procedure. So to save the life of mother, abortion can be done by any RMP in any setup, but later it has to be informed to the appropriate authorities. Okay, ठीक है. अब आता है next MTP POXO mandate. POXO is protection of child against sexual offences. So this is a very important mandate, very important. What does it say is that any girl who's less than 18 years is considered a minor. Now, whether this girl is married or she's unmarried, it doesn't matter. If she's married or unmarried, if she has become pregnant, it is a sexual offense. Her consent for sexual behavior is not valid. So any girl less than 18 years, even if she has given her consent, then also it is a sexual offense. So when any girl of less than 18 years comes to you for abortion, you have to inform, you have to report it to the police. Lodging an FIR is not your responsibility, but as a medical personnel, if a patient of less than 18 years, married, unmarried, comes to you for abortion, you have to inform the police or inform the appropriate authority in your hospital for this matter. And if you refuse to inform the police, if you don't do that, remember there can be a punishment of up to 6 months also. So it is mandatory. ठीक है. The consent, if the girl is less than 18 years, the consent that is needed for the procedure is that of the guardian consent. You need a legal guardian consent for that, and police has to be informed even if guardian refuses. ठीक है. Okay, next. Antibiotic prophylaxis. Let's see what does the guideline tells about antibiotic prophylaxis. They say if you are using a medical method, if you're using a medical method for the abortion, the antibiotic prophylaxis is not needed. Unless you see a clear infection, that is a different thing. But for medical method of abortion, you don't need antibiotic. You need antibiotic if you are doing a surgical method of abortion. For surgical method, antibiotic prophylaxis is given. What has to be given? They have given two methods. You can either give azithromycin. Please note it down. It is important. Azithromycin 1 gram plus metronidazole 800 milligram. That's it. Start dose. इसके अलावा if you don't have azithromycin, you can also give doxycycline 100 milligram BD for 3 days plus again metronidazole 800 milligram. So these, either of these method is used for surgical prophylaxis, for antibiotic prophylaxis in case of surgical abortions. Nothing to be used in medical abortion. Okay. Now let's talk about the anti-D. Yes, WHO says that anti-D is not to be given in abortions in first trimester, but our guidelines differ. They say antibody has to be given both in case of medical abortion and both in case of surgical abortion. You have to give anti-D if it is less than 12 weeks and even if it is more than 12 weeks. So anti-D has to be given. Point is, when do we give the anti-D? So if the patient is taking a medical method of abortion, if she is taking a medical method, she is Rh negative, then in that case, the anti-D injection is given when you are giving a mifepristone tablet. The day you are giving her mifepristone tablet, that is the time you give her the anti-D. Remember, you already know that to prevent sensitization, anti-D has to be given as soon as possible. You can't delay the injection of anti-D. So anti-D here is given once you give the mifepristone. On that day, anti-D is given. And on the day of surgical abortion, on the day you are doing a surgery or the DNC, that day anti-D is given. So these are the two timings. In medical method, when you are giving the tablets, the day when you give mifepristone, that is the day when you inject the anti-D, right? Methods of abortion. So there are two methods. In our country, medical method has to be used only up till 9 weeks of gestation, or you can say up till 63 days. Only up till 63 days of pregnancy or 9 weeks of gestation, you can use medical method. After that, in our country, medical method is not allowed. What do we give? We give, there is only one method, which is mifepristone plus misoprostol. And how to give it. So there is no confusion in it. It is very simple. You give mifepristone 200 milligram on day 1 and misoprostol 800 microgram is given on day 2. Between mifi and miso, there has to be a mandatory 24 hours gap. It can be little more than that, but mandatory 24 hours gap has to be there between the two tablets. Misoprostol is given 800 mcg total. It can be taken sublingual, it can be taken buccal, it can be taken vaginal, and it can be taken oral. And the dose is 800 mcg for everyone. So this is the sole method given in our guidelines for medical method. First trimester, surgical method. What is the surgical method? If she choose first trimester में surgical abortion, then the method is manual or electric vacuum aspiration. सिंपल वैक्यूम ऑन करते हैं, मैनुअल या तो कैरमेंस लगा देते हैं टू अ सक्शन पंप, और मैनुअली यू हैव एमवीए सिरिंज, उससे आप सीधा सक आउट कर लेते हो. सो इन फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर मैनुअल और इलेक्ट्रिक वैक्यूम एस्पिरेशन. बट इन सेकेंड ट्राइमेस्टर ओनली वैक्यूम एस्पिरेशन इज नॉट सफिशिएंट. बच्चे के फीटल पार्ट्स बनने लगे, सिर्फ वैक्यूम से आप बेबी को नहीं निकाल सकते. Okay, it's a fully formed baby. So in second trimester, the method is called dilation and evacuation. It is dilation and evacuation that has to be done. So first you dilate the cervix and then evacuation is done with the help of suction and ovum forceps. The sharp curettage, they have said the sharp curettage should not be done. So these are the two surgical methods and this is the one medical method used at less than 9 weeks. ठीक है, हो गया methods of abortion. Now this is again very important, can be asked in question in your practical. How will you know that surgical abortion is complete? Once you are doing the surgery, how will you know all the content has come out? There are 4 signs. First, foam starts appearing. Instead of content, instead of the tissue, foam starts appearing. Then it seems uterus has gripped the cannula. Uterus has contracted around the cannula. Third thing, there is no more tissue. No more tissue comes, foam comes, there is a gripping feeling. And there is a cramping pain that indicates uterus is contracting. Okay? So these are the 4 things that while doing procedure, how will you know procedure is complete? Once procedure is complete, there will be a negative UPT after 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, check for UPT. If it is negative, then it means that your procedure is complete. Okay. What are the indications for surgical abortion? There are certain indications where you can't go ahead with medical abortion. Even if वो first trimester में है तो भी आप medical abortion नहीं कर सकते. बहुत easy है. प्री एग्जिस्टिंग हार्ट डिजीज है, कोएगुलोपैथी है, तो आप उसको अपने कंट्रोल में अबॉर्शन करना चाहोगे. इफ शी इज ऑन एंटीकोगुलेंट, you can't give her medical method and send her home. She might bleed profusely. So in these conditions, you might want to do abortion in a controlled environment. ठीक है, जैसे सिवियर अनीमिया, severe renal disease, severe liver disease, respiratory disease, bronchial asthma, chronic adrenal failure, seizure disorder, glaucoma and allergy. जो भी ये सब severe pathologies होते हैं, इनमें you can't just give them the pills, send them home. You want abortion in front of you in very controlled environment. So in these conditions, you go ahead with surgical abortion. All the severe heart disease, liver disease, asthma, glaucoma, chronic adrenal disease, right? प्रिकॉशंस, जब मेडिकल मेथड कर रहे हैं तो क्या प्रिकॉशंस लेनी है, दोनों मेडिकल और सर्जिकल. पहले सर्जिकल की बात करते हैं. वंस यू आर डूइंग अ सर्जिकल अबॉर्शन और अ मेडिकल अबॉर्शन, रिमेंबर, रिमूव द copper T. If there is a failure even after applying copper T, always remove the IUCD first before you are going ahead with abortion. तो हमेशा पहले IUCD को हटाते हैं, इंश्योर करते हैं कोई IUCD नहीं है, then you go ahead with abortion. ठीक. दूसरा, always ask whether the woman is breastfeeding or not. Because if she is breastfeeding, remember misoprostol can harm the baby. So misoprostol, once you have given misoprostol, you instruct the woman not to breastfeed for 4 hours. So after giving misoprostol, women should not breastfeed for 4 hours. That is written in the guideline. So always ask for breastfeeding. Third thing, avoid intercourse till the abortion is complete, because it will prevent infection. So tell them avoid intercourse till your procedure is getting completed. Fourth, always see whether the woman is on ATT or not. If the woman is taking ATT, then tell her that rifampicin will decrease the efficacy of your MTP medications. So just inform her that MTP might fail if you are taking rifampicin. These are the 4 precautions. In case of failure, suppose उसने MTP kit ले लिया, but there was no bleeding. Then what do? Then you give a repeat dose of misoprostol. अब misoprostol की repeat dose देते हो same 800 mcg after 24 hours. अगर उसको 24 hours तक कोई bleeding नहीं होती, it means your procedures have failed. You give a repeat dose of misoprostol, still no bleeding, you go ahead with surgical abortion. Suppose उसने MTP kit लिया, but the baby survived, bleeding नहीं हो. Now she want to continue with pregnancy. Can she continue with pregnancy after taking the whole MTP kit? Tell her there is a risk of something called as Mobius syndrome. Mobius syndrome happens because of misoprostol. What happens in Mobius syndrome? Mobius syndrome is the paralysis of facial nerve, 6th nerve and 7th nerve. So there is facial paralysis. The baby is not able to give facial expression. The baby is not able to feed properly. Baby is not able to give a smile properly. So there is facial paralysis, feeding problems. There is also limb deformities. So Mobius syndrome happened because of misoprostol. Though it is not common, risk is 2 to 3%, but risk is explained, and ideally the abortion should be completed. But if she wants, then woman can continue with pregnancy with the risk being explained to her. Okay? The management of fetus in the late gestation. इसका क्या मतलब? If you are undertaking abortion after 24 weeks, there are chances that your baby will be born live. And then it will be very traumatic for the parents to see baby dying in front of them. And it will take hours or maybe days for the baby to die. So it has been suggested by Government of India that if patients agree, then if you are taking abortion after 24 weeks, feticide should be performed intrauterine. So it is everything which I'm telling you is written in the guideline only. So feticide should be done before undertaking the abortion of more than 24 weeks. For that feticide, we have 3 methods. One is intracardiac KCL. Intracardiac KCL is given 2 to 3 ml and it results in feticide within 2 minutes. Other methods are an easier one, intraamniotic digoxin. Intraamniotic digoxin 1 milligram is an easier method when there is a no skilled person for intracardiac KCL. Another one is again intracardiac or intraumbilical lidocaine 1%. So these three methods are approved for feticide before you are going ahead with abortion in more than 24 weeks of gestation after the written consent of parents. Okay. Contraception post abortion, very important topic. Once the abortion has occurred, now when to start the contraception? So let's talk about the hormonal contraception. So surgical abortions, when the surgical abortion has been done, there is no problem. Within 7 days you can start the contraceptives. Contraceptives within 7 days start कर सकते हो. ठीक है. Second trimester में भी you can start the hormonal pills within 7 days. ठीक है. IUCD की अगर बात करें तो IUCD insertion is important. IUCD can be inserted once the surgical abortion is being done. IUCD can be inserted within 12 days. Within 12 days of medical termination of pregnancy. जब आपने MTP किया है तो within 12 days में आप कभी भी IUCD insert कर सकते हैं. But if you are using a medical method, MMA is medical method of abortion. If you are using MMA, it is always better that after 15 days confirm the completion of abortion. Abortion एक बार complete confirm कर लो फिर IUCD डालो. बट सर्जिकल मेथड में आप उसी टाइम डाल सकते हो या फिर विद इन 12 डेज कभी भी डाल सकते हो. बट अगर आप थर्ड ट्राइमेस्टर में अबॉर्शन करो, if you are doing it in third trimester, it is more like a delivery. And just like delivery, then you can insert IUCD either immediately or within 48 hours, but not later than that. So just like delivery में हम IUCD within 48 hours डालते हैं, अगर पेशेंट ने वो मिस कर दिया तो हम 6 weeks का वेट करते हैं. Here also, in third trimester अगर abortion हुआ है, you can insert it immediately or within 48 hours. But अगर first और second trimester में abortion हुआ है, you can insert it immediately or within 12 days. ठीक है. Last, I think it's last, yes, uterine perforation. How to manage if uterine perforation happens? So important है कि perforation किस चीज से हुआ. If the perforation has happened because of the uterine sound or the Hagar dilator, जब आप dilate कर रहे थे तब perforation हुआ, then chances है कि शायद intra-abdominal injury नहीं हुई होगी. You see whether the patient is stable or whether the patient is not stable. You check for vitals, you keep a watch on the patient, you admit her and keep a check on vitals. If she's stable, let her go. If she's not stable, then you take her up for the laparoscopy. You take her up for the laparoscopy, do the uterine repair and do the any abdominal injury repair. ठीक है, you take her for laparoscopy. Similarly, अगर injury ovum forceps से हुई है, so here also आप ओवम फॉर्सेप से अगर इंजरी हो गई है, परफोरेशन हो गया, यू टेक द ओवम फॉर्सेप आउट एंड सी कि कोई मटर्नल टिश्यू तो नहीं आया है. मटर्नल टिश्यू जैसे कोई ओमेंटम तो नहीं आ गया है. अगर मैटरनल टिश्यू है, इट मींस इट हैज रीच्ड टू द एब्डोमेन फार इनफ एंड नाउ यू विल हैव टू डू लैप्रोस्कोपी. तो कोई भी मटर्नल टिश्यूज में अगर आया है, आपको लैप्रोस्कोपी करनी पड़ेगी. बट अगर उसमें मैटरनल टिश्यू नहीं है, इफ देयर इज नो मैटरनल टिश्यू, then you don't do anything if patient is stable. Same, अगर पेशेंट स्टेबल है तो आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. ठीक. एक चीज है कैरमेन्स कैनुला. नाउ कैरमेन्स कैनुला इज थिक एंड इट वर्क्स ऑन वैक्यूम. सो अगर कैरमेन्स कैनुला से परफोरेशन हुआ है, देयर आर वेरी हाई चांसेस ऑफ इंट्रा एब्डोमिनल इंजरी और इन सारे केसेस में आप लैप्रोस्कोपी करोगे. There is no place that you'll check for the vitals whether the patient is stable or not stable. No. कैरमन कैनुला से अगर इंजरी हुआ है, बाउल इंजरी हुई होगी, you will do laparoscopy in all of them. So this is all about the abortion care guidelines. Hope it will help.